Welcome to this valuable information from Destiny, where Margaret Lomas shares her expertise on many aspects of property investing. Today, we hope you enjoy listening to Margaret talking about regulation.
If you're a property investor, you may be unaware of the fact that anything you do to invest in property, any move you make, any advice you take, may leave you at a greater risk than you thought. This is because the property investing industry remains to this day unregulated. Yes, you heard correctly. And to put it into perspective, let's think about this. Imagine you had $250,000 to invest. Your visit to a financial planner will result in, firstly, a risk profile to determine just what asset class will be right for you. Next will be a financial plan designed to take into account not only your present needs in terms of income and cash flow, but also your future financial needs, time to retirement, and future expected net worth in terms of your assets. Then, a written recommendation, complete with projected outcomes and a bold statement about risk, is presented to you, along with product disclosure statements about any chosen products. Since the 1st of July 2013, your advisor isn't allowed to take commissions on any of these products, and so you'll pay a fee to the advisor, which must also be clearly disclosed. As you can see from this transparent approach, while it may seem a little onerous, protection for you is built in every step of the way. And it's unlikely that you'll be recommended a product not right for you just because the advisor gets a better commission. The new law stamped out the possibility of that behaviour on all but life insurance products. Now let's project this same scenario onto a property investment where you have that same $250,000 to invest, which with leverage through borrowing could provide over $1 million worth of property. The range of options for guidance are numerous and include the straight mentor deal, where you purportedly just get training and education, the seminar, where you're introduced to an actual product, or the marketer who you come across in some way, including via telemarketing, who's looking for buyers on specific developments. Now, you might think that you're dealing with a property investment advisor, but the truth is nothing works as it does with other financial advice. You most likely won't be provided with a risk analysis, and so the property which is ultimately spruiked to you will have no relationship to your own risk profile. Few actual property advisors provide any kind of financial plan. Most who do are basing it on your purchase of their product only, with no comparisons to anything else. The recommendations are likely to be incredibly skewed. How is it possible that the single property that advisor has available for you to buy is also the best possible one for you out of all the properties in Australia? One which also matches your risk profile and happens to be in the area that's the best opportunity for capital growth? But the worst part about all of this is that while you're being told that you pay nothing for this service, it's likely that you're paying through the nose. This is because there's no law in Australia compelling property advisors to disclose commissions to you outside of that requiring mortgage brokers to tell you what they get from a lender. Yes, that's right, nothing. This wonderful free advice that you're getting, which I've already shown is likely heavily skewed to the interests of the advisor, can net that advisor commissions of $40,000 per property, including backdoor payments from developers, conveyancers, real estate agents, accountants, or middlemen marketers employed by the developers to shift their product. You won't know about these payments because there's no law covering property investment, and therefore no law requiring disclosure of them to you at any stage of the process. But you'll be affected by them because they must be paid, and the only place they can originate is from the money you pay for the property. It's highly likely that despite any protest from the seller to the contrary, the purchase price has been inflated to cover all the commissions being paid. Now, this means that you start well behind the 8 ball, and it's a long climb back to ground zero, especially in a stagnating market. Caveat emptor is a well-known expression. Let the buyer beware, and nowhere does it apply more than in the property investing industry. If you've decided to buy property as an investment, And you rightly also make the decision not to try a do-it-yourself approach, because despite how you may feel, you really don't have an instinct for knowing how to buy property well. Be sure that 1. The property advisor is qualified. The not-for-profit property investment professionals of Australia have a great qualification process resulting in the post-nominals QPIA, Qualified Property Investment Advisor. Be advised though that a company can't be a QPIA only, and individuals must be sure that they are attached to a company who is also qualified. Make sure the person you deal with is not only a member of PIPA, but that the advisor you work with is a QPIA. 2. The course, mentoring or advice is not disguising an ultimate property sale. If the advisor's selling property to, then their advice can't be independent. They either need to be upfront about the fact that they sell property and therefore can't comment on its appropriateness for you, or they advise you on how to best invest in property without being involved in any way in the subsequent property transaction. 3. If the company is involved in the transaction, they disclose all commissions, kickbacks or soft dollar rewards to you, including the dollar value in a signed disclosure document. If the company or person is acting purely as an advisor, mentor or educator who charges you, then all of the fees to be paid at any time during the relationship should be disclosed to you, along with an outline of exactly what you'll be getting for your money. 4. In the case of an independent advisor, you should also receive a personalised plan which outlines the strategy, the forecasted outcomes, your capacity to afford to undertake that strategy and the risks involved. Until regulation is invoked, you need to be hyper-vigilant when engaging a professional property investing company, regardless of how they deliver their services. The present situation is highly dangerous, and engaging a professional with no qualifications, experience or background in financial advising, which is the case with a good majority of self-styled property experts, may be just as unsuccessful in the end as trying to invest without professional help.
Thank you for accessing this great information by Margaret Lomas. If you'd like to become a highly successful property investor and improve your outcomes and profits from property investing, you can now complete Margaret's Essential Property Education course online and at your own pace. Go to destiny.com.au and go to the What We Offer page to read more about this exclusive property investor training course.